And Happy New Year. This is your Sensei Al Bob coming to you on your Dreamy Dreamland station. Dreamy Dreamland brought to you by, with, and for, and maybe your griot Sensei Al Bob. Well, here it is, about 9:30 a.m., 2020, Eastern Standard Time. And I spoke to you last around 5:30 in the morning, and then I went back to bed and fell right asleep. And that's a really good way to remember your dreams. You know, the Indians used to do this. They used to drink a little bit of water before they went to bed, so they'd know they'd have to get up in the middle of the night and piss, and then they'd go back and meditate a little bit, and then they'd have these really prophetic dreams, which I just had. And one of the things that has been given us for New Year's is our dreams aren't just dreams, or are not just dreams, they are prophetic visions. So, I had a number of really interesting dreams, and one is, don't believe a word I say, but I just had this really amazing dream that I was in some kind of village, right? Obviously a metaphor for the planet, the world, the universe. And there were all these people, and we were all very different. There were a lot of Swedes, a lot of Norwegians, right? And we were in a place that was on the beach, but was like a fishing village. And it was somewhat comfortably warm. And we, I don't know how we got there, but we were all of a different motif, thought, opinions, that kind of stuff. But we had all experienced something very similar that was semi-environmental, and it radicalized us. Oh, we have to change this. We have to change the world. We have to... And most of us were at least over 25, most. And then there were, maybe 10, 50, there were about maybe 100 people there. And for some reason, to experience or to be able to talk truthfully, we had to walk up this big, steep metal ladder to the roof of this building, go over a kind of fence, which was a little harrowing because you had to, be on the top rung of this ladder before you could step over this fence. And if you misjudged or, whoops, you'd fall, 50, 60, 100 feet to either paralysis or pretty much death. And everyone had to do this, even old folks. I was not the oldest, right? The old folks, we'd all go up there because it's the only place we could have these visions, and we would be, radicalized where we were going to do something. Well, after a few old folks, first people tried to help them over, and when that was being done, the old folks would still fall and would take the people trying to help them off the side of the building, and they would die, right? And usually the old folks would fall and dragging a few folks with them, and they would tumble through the air, and invariably the folks who tried to help would land underneath the old folks, and they would be squished by the old folks, and the old folks would survive. They wouldn't really be that much worse than they were when they were just old and crinkly. And so they stopped going up over the thing, so then they stopped, being radicalized, and they stopped, why do we have to change the world? We don't need to change the world. Who cares? It's always been this way. Anyway, it was tough for me, my ankles, but I was still dragged up. I mean, they put ropes on me, made sure I didn't fall off, and I fell off a number of times, and it hurt even worse, but I didn't die. Anyway, so enough of the old folks died that basically people, who were given to being visionaries, we're the ones who would go up that ladder and over the fence and have the experience and come back, right? And the others of us decided that we would just work hard to change the world and let the visionaries guide, right? And then, so I didn't go over the fence as much as I used to, right? But I was a good organizer, which I am, and a good strategist, which I am, and we were moving along very nicely. And I picked up a stick, and in it, a zillion little ants with big stingers crawled out of the bottom of the stick, came over, and stuck me all in the same place in my thumb, right? And I went, I fell down and kind of landed in a bowl of spaghetti and was dead, and then came back on the ground. And, everyone went, what happened? And I felt like that whole experience took forever, but it was just a few seconds. And then, boy, the counter is flying through here, So anyway, this blue kind of plastic came out of my thumb. And we had a virologist, we had all kinds of scientists. Anyway, so some people saw me pick up the stick and a zillion ants come out and cover me and then just poke me in the thumb with their big stingers and then, on the side. So where's the stick? Where's, and I said, there it is. And the scientist went over there, with the tongs, picked it up, and threw it in the fire. Aren't you going to study it? Nah, it says the stick, we're just going to burn it. And this really nasty blue fog came up, and we came. Anyway, so the beerless scientists went away, and they, what happened? What is going on? Nothing, nothing here to see. Just move along. Anyway, I'm putting it down fast so we can because at the end of and that's not even half the dream, and I don't have, it's 7 minutes and 29 seconds. Anyway, so I put it down here because this is what you need to do. Whenever you have a dream like this, record it, and then you can play it back. Then you can figure out what it means. Anyway, at the end of the movie, end of this dream, a angel came to me and said, remember your dreams and tell the cadre, for they are important. Okay, so I'm telling you. They will experience as if it was their Akashic record, and they will get enlightenment from it, insight from it, and then will tell you. Okay, so tell me. That's what I want. I want little, not many people say much except for the trolls on my comments. So say some comments that aren't trolly. Get a hold of me at thedudeawake42 at Gmail, and let's start a conversation here. I'll, have no money, have no way, but I'll get my my laptop re-energized, and we can do some, live chat so you can talk. But you gotta talk, not just say the, oh, how you doing, or, oh, Okay, so here's the stream, and it's under 20. It's under 9 minutes, and at 9 seconds I will say I love you guys and Happy New Year, and this is the first few hours of the first day of our life. Okay, let's see what we make with it. Okay, later.